Morning. Good to see everybody.
Sounding a little bit different after all.
There we go. All right, we'll keep everybody muted starting off. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. We'll give a few minutes for a couple more people to join. So we're going to do this morning a little bit different. The first part is going to be for scouts and adults, and the second part will just be for adults, so I don't bore the scouts with a bunch of computer stuff. So everybody's homework this week was to start, if you're an adult or older scout, start the instant command system training through FEMA and to start working on your emergency plan. Hope everybody got the email with all the links to all the resources. That's the hardest part of this badge is finding everything. So I'm trying to make that easy for y'all. So a whole lot more resources coming out today. So this morning, what we're going to do is we're going to let you guys see our plans. Now, with plans, remember you've got to plan the plan first, okay? Then you've got to practice the plan, and then you have to, try that one more time. Plan the plan, train the plan, practice the plan. So plan your plan, put together your plans, plan. And then what you want to do is you want to train the plan. So that means you want to go over that plan with everybody in your household first before you practice it. Because if you just go from planning it to practicing it, it's going to be a disaster. So what we're going to let y'all see our fire safety plan, our evacuation plan, and then our tornado plan. Because fire and tornadoes are the two biggest disasters that we're going to have to deal with here in Middle Tennessee. So we'll get to that here shortly. We'll take you around the house with the mobile phone. So I'm going to get that set up now. And then we're going to go over some additional resources you guys can use. So I'll go ahead and say this now. What I'm going to do here shortly is put in the comment section of this chat is I'm going to do a question and answer session at 11. That is not mandatory. If you have questions or want to talk to me about something or go over your plan, I will put the link to that 11 o'clock meeting in the comments of this Zoom meeting. I'll do that here shortly. Like I said, not mandatory, but you have questions or just want to watch, that's fine. I'm not going to post that one to YouTube. If you got to cut out of this one, remember I'll email out the YouTube link because this is being recorded. I'm going to get my phone set up so I can do the filming around the house here in a second. Y'all doing okay this morning? I got you muted. I can't hear you, but do this if you're good this morning. All right. Cool. And my kids are going to participate this morning. So I'm home by myself on the weekends with my two kids, my almost 7-year-old Tiger, and then my 2-year-old. So it's going to be pretty realistic this morning. So let me go ahead and drop the link. If you're just joining us, welcome. Good morning. I'm fixing to post a link to an 11 o'clock Zoom meeting for question and answer. That is not mandatory, but if you want to holler at me face to face, we'll be able to do that. You should have a chat button on the bottom of your screen. You can go into that. Y'all can talk to each other or send messages to each other. So we'll have the 11 o'clock meeting question answer if you're having issues putting your plan together or anything you want to talk about. If y'all just want to hang out, I'm cool with that. Scouts need to see each other. Adults need to talk. So we'll facilitate that as well. All right, let's get into the fun stuff. So we're going to go over our fire safety plan and our tornado plan. So remember that when it comes to fire safety, there's two parts. There's fire prevention, and then there's the actual evacuation plan. So we'll go over some stuff that you can do to mitigate the risk as far as a house fire, and then we're going to show you guys our plan to get out, and just to give y'all an example. All right, let me see if I can switch videos here and go to my mobile cam. There we go. All right. Welcome, y'all. That ain't working. Give me a minute. All right, now I'm the host. Cool beans. Figuring out this Zoom thing. All right, just making sure. All right, let me talk to y'all first. So when we talk about can everybody see me? Wave your hands if you can see me. Good, okay. I'm getting different videos on my phone and my computer, so I want to be sure y'all are looking at me. So 2 things you can do to make your fire evacuation plan a little more realistic, okay? And that's why it's important to plan this first, practice it, plan it, train it, and then practice it. So when you get to the practice point, there's a few things you can do, okay? Do this at night and cut all the lights off, okay? Because a lot of fires start at night, lights are already off, or if you have a house fire, there may be issues already with the electricity, okay? Everybody hold your ears, because we're gonna make this realistic, okay? You can't train the plan during the practice portion of the plan with that going off, okay? Now, one more thing you can do to make it super realistic. Let me get where y'all can see me, okay? If you have to practice this during the day, I'm trying to get where y'all can see me well. There we go, okay? Got a tiger neckerchief. All right. So this simulates 2 things. Darkness due to no lights and not being able to see because of smoke in the house, okay? So when it comes to smoke detectors, adults, okay, these things are only good for 10 years, okay? There's a date on the back. It's the date of manufacture. Speak up. Okay. Is that better, Craig? Waiting on Craig to tell me if the volume's better. Smoke detectors have a date on the back. Whatever that date is, 10 years from that date is when that smoke detector is not good anymore, so you need to replace them, okay? Batteries, every time the time changes, so daylight saving times when it starts and stops, change your batteries and your smoke detectors, okay? If you've got a hardwired smoke detector, that's even better. Waiting on Craig to tell me the volume's better. Craig's my cub master, y'all. All right. So everybody's claim is going to be a little bit different. They come back over here. Can everybody hear me okay? Yes, I see Craig shaking his hand. Craig, is the audio louder or softer or no change right now? We're just having all sorts of Zoom issues this morning. Okay. Do what I'm gonna do. Y'all bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves. Unmute yourselves if you want to. Chat. See the adults guzzling coffee. So my problem on this end right now is I can't tell if I'm getting audio from my computer, if I'm getting audio from my phone. So I think and that is my bad for not knowing Zoom like I need to and not practicing beforehand. Don't y'all, I can't stand it when an instructor hasn't checked his audiovisual equipment correctly. Let's do this. I'm just going to do everything with the computer this morning. Craig, where you at? Won't let me unmute you either. Hear me okay, Craig? Try this way. You hear me, Craig? All right, I think we're good. That's my bad, guys. All right, let me get my kids down here because we're gonna do this for real. Grayson! Grayson, come on. I know. So let me talk you guys through our plan, okay? Smoke detector goes off. I'm the only adult on, so I'm in charge of getting all the kids out of the house, right?
Yep, and the pets.
And the pets, okay? Because that's part of our plan.
Well, we
So
only really have one pet, so I mean, it can't be
Okay.
too big of a deal.
Thank you. So Grayson's going to start off in his bedroom. Garrett's going to start off in his crib, and I'm going to start off in my bedroom. So we will we'll basically exit the house, okay, as quickly as we can. I'll talk you through some other pre-planning stuff before we start. And then we have a pre-designated meeting place already, which is our neighbor's house, okay? So we'll go over there. That's where everybody meets. That's where we know we're all safe, okay? Everybody in the household knows where that is.
I'm wearing my coat shoes.
All right, so let's talk about a couple of fire prevention things. Sleep with your doors closed, if at all possible. I know a lot of the kids don't like that. Fire will spread, the smoke and the fire will spread slower with the door closed. So be sure your smoke detectors are good. You need to have 2 ways to evacuate every room. So either out a door or out a window. Typically, those are your 2 choices. So good morning, everybody. I'm looking at the chat too. So you ready?
Yeah.
You gonna get your brother? We'll make it real. And I'm gonna leave all the lights on, and we're gonna do this without the smoke alarm blaring, okay? Because this is training the plan, right? If we want to practice the plan later, then we'll cut the lights off, put the blindfolds on, and hold down the test button on the smoke detector. That way it's very realistic. It's hard to hear people talk. So the other thing with evacuation is scouts and adults know this, but scouts, smoke rises, okay? So if you are standing up and trying to evacuate and you're having trouble breathing, because that smoke is toxic, okay? If you're having trouble breathing or
Go on the ground.
like a scout. If you're having trouble breathing or can't see, what you need to do is get low to the ground. So crawl. So get on the floor and crawl to your way out. Talked about having 2 ways out. So even if you get out of that room, you get out that window, or you get out the. Let me get on to my kid. All right. If you get out of your room, so get out that window or get out the door. Once you get out into the hallway, or you go into the front door or the back door or the side door or the garage door. So if there's fire in your way, obviously you can't crawl through it, okay? So just some things to think about when you're putting your plan together, okay? I like your sleep. All right, let's do this. Something else that we have is I have a fire extinguisher in my bedroom. We have them in the kitchen. I have them in the garage. So that's something else that I can grab when I get up in case I need to put a little bit of fire out on the way out. If it's a small fire, if it's a big fire, just get the heck out of the house. That's when you call 911, that's what they want to know is everybody out of the house. So remember to grab your cell phone. And it's always good to have a sturdy pair of shoes and some pants beside the bed, unless you want to be out in your neighbor's yard without any clothes on, okay? So let's pretend, right? We're all asleep. Beep, 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 beep. We're woken up from a dead sleep. All right, Garrett's in here with me. I wake up, I smell smoke. Not cool, right? Grayson, beep, 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 beep. All right, Grayson's out his door. Grayson done took off. Grayson done took off because he don't know what to do. He don't have to wait on daddy, okay? If there's smoke, get low to the ground, okay? So we're going outside where it's raining. We're outside the house. You guys see Grayson? That's our meeting place. Now, something else that we do in our plan is we have a cat, okay?
Get over here.
This is not a recommendation from any national safety organization, but I want my cat to be able to get out, and she likes to hide. So when we come out of the house, I'm leaving the door open. That way my cat can find her way out, okay? Come inside. That's our fire plan. Now, if you want to make that more realistic, once you've trained the plan and you're ready to practice the plan, let's push down the button on the smoke, the test button on the smoke detector, okay? You can put the blindfold on the kids. But part of training that plan, everybody, is being sure that you have 2 ways to get out of the bedroom. So if you've got middle-aged scouts, and if you've got scouts, period, they're at least, if they're getting this award, they're at least 6 years old and in first grade. So having 2 ways out of a room includes going over how to get out of the window in an emergency. Okay, so those are things you're going to have to think about. So that's our fire plan. If you guys have questions on everybody's, is going to be different. Okay, your particular situation is your own. So, but that is just what works for us. Okay. Shut my door. So that's our fire plan. Okay, good to go over that with the kids and practice that. Probably at least every 6 months or 1 year. They do it at school often at least. So let's talk about tornadoes real quick. So Middle Tennessee used to be called, and still may be called, Tornado Death Alley. And one of the reasons it's called that is because we get a lot of nighttime tornadoes, and a lot of people don't have the necessary plans in place to be able to survive those. So tornado safety, okay? Know where your safe room is. Everybody in your house needs to know that. So your safe room is going to be not on a second story of a house. You're going to need to be on the bottom floor of your home. So that's either your first floor or your basement, okay? And you need to be in an interior room. So that is a closet, or that is a room in the middle of the house. So what you're trying to do is put as many walls between you and the outside of the house as possible, because what kills folks during tornadoes is debris, okay? So figure out where your safe room is going to be. If you need to move some stuff around to where it's convenient for you to be able to get in there with your family and your pets, do that. Our safe room is our bathroom, and then we have some equipment for our safe room in our hallway closet, which includes a flashlight, and I have some old fire helmets for the kids, and we're going to do our tornado drill for y'all here in a second. So the other thing is having 2 ways to be notified that a tornado is coming through. I sleep pretty heavy and don't hear my phone go off. So your phone is your first, is one of your notifications. So typically if there's an actual tornado warning, you'll get a cell phone notification if your notifications are on. So the cell service actually does that. Or if you have a weather app on your phone, like News 2, 4, 5, definitely, Craig. Sorry, I'm having troubles with reading the comments and talking at the same time. I can't shoot down the wall. So your cell phone is a way to be notified, and a weather radio, which I'm going to talk about here in just a second. Okay. Now remember, if a tornado comes through, the power may be out, so it's going to be dark, just like it was during a fire. It's typically going to be at night, so you're asleep and the lights are off. So you want to be sure that you woke up. So have your cell phone fully charged when you know that severe weather is coming in. Okay. If you've got your cell phone sitting on your nightstand with a quarter charge in it, and your phone dies during the night, then there goes one of your notifications. So it is very important for you guys to consider a weather radio. That's typically your second way to be notified. You can't rely on sirens that are outside. Certain counties have tornado sirens. Those tornado sirens are for people that are outside, and you're not. You're in your house. So you can't rely on those. So let's talk about a weather radio real quick. These things are relatively inexpensive. This is the older version of the Midland weather radio. Believe it or not, I got this thing on eBay for like $14. This is the older version. There's a newer version. You can buy them new. This is the base station. You can also get these things that are portable, that include a flashlight, a cell phone charger, a wind power system with a battery, and also a weather radio or a shortwave radio. So you can set this with same codes, and same codes, you can look those up, or you can ask me, and you can program these things. We've got this programmed to the Rutherford County same code, and there's a transmitter out of Chevrolet, and there's another transmitter close as well. I think it may be in Murfreesboro. So if this thing stays off, but the weather radio portion stays on, and if there is a tornado warning, what's going to happen? I'm going to show you the test so you can hear what it sounds like. So hopefully your cell phone goes off and wakes you up. Okay, and it also has a button. So that is the frequency that the alarm is actually coming through on, okay? That's your weather radio frequency. All right. So without further ado, let's get into our tornado drill. You ready? All right. So we know severe weather is coming in. Be weather aware, okay? You're gonna know whether there's a chance of severe weather, and your parents can explain the difference between a watch and a warning. So a warning means you need to take shelter now, okay? So let's say that our weather radio goes off, okay? And my cell phone also goes off. So I've got my two ways of notification. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get everybody to our safe room. Come on, Garrett. Come on. Come on, Bubba. And remember, the power may be out, so it's good to have a flashlight or something beside your bed, okay? Kids aren't going to be this calm if it's really happening. Neither are the adults. So we're in our bathroom. We're going to shut the door. So Grayson has an old fire helmet he's going to put on because I want to protect his head, okay? I want to protect his head from the flying debris. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get the kids in the bathtub. Come on. Go ahead and turn the water on. All right. So I'm getting the kids in the bathtub. All right, y'all get down. Sit down, okay? Now, our Grayson getting the emblem ready. I'm going to show you the other thing that we have in here, okay? Flashlight. This flashlight is a Red Cross flashlight, and it also has a whistle on it, okay? Why a whistle? Why is that important? If this house is hit by a tornado and the house collapses, okay, and we're in the bathroom and we're in the middle of the house, okay, people may not be able to hear us screaming. Let's make this realistic. There we go. Okay. All right. Kids are in the bathtub. I know, baby. I know. So something else that we can do at this point on the adult side is most of our local news channels, 2, 4, 5, 17, all do live streaming. So go to your news app and go to live stream, and you're going to see the weather. they're going to be live and telling you exactly what the weather is doing in your particular area. So once again, being weather aware, and they're going to be telling you to take shelter or the danger has passed. Okay. Something else that you can do. I won't do it right now because I'm carrying a computer around the house. Good job, guys. Is if you have a small children's mattress, like a crib mattress or a small child's bed mattress, you can throw that over the kids in the bathtub if it doesn't freak them out completely, but it's going to give them a little extra bit of protection. I will get to all of your questions on the chat after this is over. I'll keep the meeting going. And then for those of you that joined a little late, if you look in the chat, there is a link to a meeting at 11 o'clock that will be question and answer. Say hi and then go upstairs with your brother.
Hello.
This is my tiger, Grace, at 92101 out of Murfreesboro. And my 2-year-old likes to throw things. Okay. I'll get to all your questions after it's over. We're limited on the Zoom meeting minutes. One, because nobody has an attention span longer than 45 minutes, including me. And I don't want the kids to get bored. So kids and scouts, older scouts, if you guys want to go do something else, that's fine, because it's fixing to get a little boring again, because I'm going to go over some links and stuff with your parents and your leaders so they can help you through the rest of this process, because it's not my job to do this for you. It's your job to do this at home and work with your parents and your family to create a preparedness plan that's going to keep you safe. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Thought I was going to share my screen. Here we go again. Crazy Zoom stuff. Y'all bear with me. Let's see if I can get this figured out. So yeah, that's our plan. Your plan's going to be different, okay? And if you plan your plan and then train your plan and practice your plan may not be that good. Don't get discouraged. Just go back and figure out what worked and what didn't. And if you can make it safer or easier to remember, do that. That's, it doesn't have to be perfect the first time you put it together. All right. Well, I won't disable screen share on the next one. So let me do this. So what I was going to do with you guys is go through some additional resources that I pulled up for you this week. And I can't do that because I disabled screen sharing. And I was bouncing back and forth between my cell phone and the computer earlier, and that didn't work so well. So let me. Okay. If you look in the chat section, I put that link to our 11 o'clock meeting. I will unmute everybody in that meeting and we can all talk if you have questions at all. or just want to learn some more stuff on a little bit more of an informal level. Okay, and the scouts can talk to each other and see each other interact, and I think that's important right now. So that meeting's at 11. It's not mandatory. Now I'm going to put out. I'm going to put out all the links that are going to come out in the email after this is over with. These are new links that I came up with this week for you to facilitate you guys getting this award as easily as possible. So I'm going to share that right now in the chat. These will all come out with descriptions in the email, and they will also be posted in the description section of the YouTube video that I will upload. So all these resources will be available to you. So if you guys want to go to your chat and look, these are the links that I was going to go over with you. So when we talk about safety, one of the requirements for several of the ranks and levels is going to be internet safety. So the Scouts, Boy Scouts already has a system in place for this, and it's called the cyber chip. And the cyber chip's a requirement for most of the ranks. So if you've completed your cyber chip, not only do you get a cool patch, okay, and you'll do the cyber chip every year on your level, you've also completed one of the requirements for this award. So when I send this out, they'll be hyperlinked, and that will take you directly to the requirements for each rank and level. Okay, so get your cyber chip. One of the requirements for some of the scout levels is going to be how to survive extreme weather. Okay, so hot and cold and wet and rainy and all that stuff. So I'm going to send you a link to how to survive those situations. Okay, putting together an emergency kit for your family. So your homework last week was to put together your plan and start working on that. Some of your homework for this week is going to be to start putting that kit together in your home to take care of your family with just some basic supplies. So I'm going to send you a ready.gov link on that. Okay, so safety skills, being able to turn off gas and water and electricity and those types of things. That is a requirement for several of the levels. I'm going to send that link so you guys can just click on that and learn how to do all these things. So gas, water, and electric, being able to shut those off safely for yourself or your neighbor after a disaster. Okay, I'm going to give you some more, another link for general child youth safety that you'll be able to look at. So one of your homework assignments this week, okay? So I need you guys to complete the first aid portion of this. So the best and cheapest and easiest way to do this, okay, is going to be to go to this online CPR certification.net link. There is a free course, there's free CPR, there is free first aid, okay? You can take that without even signing in. When it gets time to take the exam, which is not even a requirement, but if you want to test yourself on what you learned, you can click on the exam, the free exam button. It will make you log in. That's it. You're going to get some emails after that. You can unsubscribe from those at any time, and you can take the test. Okay. The material that is in here is the same stuff the American Heart Association and the Red Cross put out for a much higher price. Okay. This is the free version. Take it with your children, and that completes the requirement because you're working with an instructor. Okay. But this is a way for you to do this at home. So I'm going to send that link out again as well. I'll also link the specific first aid requirements for each grade and rank. There's no sense in making a tiger take the entire first aid course when all of that is not required. Okay? We don't want to bore them. So your homework this week is to complete your first aid stuff. Okay, let's get that done. And also to start putting together your emergency kit, okay, for your household. You don't have to do all that in a week. Just get started. What do we want to buy? When do we want to buy? Where are we going to put it? Okay. And then adults, you need to go ahead and get started if you haven't already on the incident command system stuff. Remember, there was a whole nother set of links in the YouTube video and the emails last week after the meeting on specific requirements, websites to go to do all that. So let me look at my notes real quick and be sure I haven't missed anything for today. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I had to cover. So I apologize for the glitches and me not knowing how to navigate around Zoom like I thought I did. I will have that fixed next time. So it's time to have some practice Zoom sessions with my wife, I guess. So go to the comments. There is a link. Go do that now if you want to join the meeting at 11, because the comments will go away after the Zoom meeting ends. Very informal. I'm just going to be here to answer questions and go over anything you want to go over. Scouts can talk to each other. Adults can talk. We can do that. Not a big deal. But copy that link because it is an entirely new meeting at 11. So what I will do is I will upload this video to YouTube for everybody that missed parts of it or just got tired of me talking and wanted to do this later. It will have all the links in the descriptions. Trying to look at some comments. I won't end the meeting before looking at comments. And if you had a question, come over to the 11 o'clock meeting, okay? So you guys have got homework to do, okay? There's no time limit on this badge, in this course. So you do this at your pace. That's what's cool about scouting. Do it at your pace. Do it with your family. If you have questions, call me, email me, Facebook message me. I'm here for you. I'm here for your scouts as well. So if your scouts have issues, as long as I've got another adult talking to that scout with me, we can do that, okay? Youth protection. So get your kits together, get your first aid stuff done. You do not have to have a certification card to complete this course. You just have to do the specific safety first aid CPR requirement for that grade level, working with an instructor, and that's me. So we're going to do that through that link. So real quick, I'm going to look at some questions. So what I'm doing, we'll copy the questions and save those. I'm going to save those on my desktop, and I will answer some of those questions at the 11 o'clock meeting, and then I'll give you a link to that 11 o'clock meeting as well. So once again, I apologize for the Zoom stuff. Hope you guys are having fun doing this. A lot going on right now, but being able to be prepared for the regular everyday disasters, flat tires, battery battery's dead on the car, house fires, and tornadoes in our area are the big concerns. So focus your plans in those areas. I'm gonna get off of here, and I will see you guys at 11 o'clock. Very informal. Everybody will be unmuted. We can all talk amongst ourselves. And I will also answer your questions. So I hope you guys are still excited about this. I hope the kids are excited. Parents, it is your job to get your kids excited about this. We can't do it as leaders all by ourselves. We need your help. Thank you for your help. And for the other scout leaders that are out there right now watching us, thank you for what you're doing to keep your kids engaged. And we're just happy to be still scouting during this crazy quarantine. So who knows how long it's going to be before we're back at in-person meetings. So we better get used to it, right? You guys are awesome. Remember to do your best. Check the chat link right now if you want to come over to the 11 o'clock meeting, because I'm not sending that out via email. Or you can watch that video later. So you guys watch your email boxes. I'll be sending you some stuff later. And cool beans. All right, we're done for today. So we'll see you guys at 11 o'clock if you want to come join us, or we'll see you next Saturday. Hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend. Enjoy the time with your families. And it's raining outside, so you can't go play. So let's get to work on the emergency kit and the emergency plans. So y'all have a good day. We'll talk to you later, okay?